I'm Jowel Laguerre, your Chancellor, and it is my distinct honor to say welcome to this Academic Leadership Dean Academy, Vice President Academy. This is really the brainchild of your Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Although it's something that I had thought about myself, but during her interview, this is something that she promised that she would do, and I want to congratulate her on actually making it happen within 6 months of her being in the position. You are really fortunate to have a leader who is supportive of your development, as I know your presidents are as well supportive of your development. So I hope that you're taking full advantage of this opportunity, and not only to grow yourself, but also to find ways to make your faculty, your classified staff, your directors, and people who report to you the best that they can be. So welcome and have a great time in this academy. Vice Chancellor Brown has asked me to address a couple of topics with you or for you. One of them is leadership excellence. You know, somebody defines excellence as doing great things consistently, whereby you don't take a break from what you are doing well to do something that may not be as good, but rather you continuously do what you need to do. You do it whether you are in front of a crowd, whether you are with two people, or whether you are by yourself. You really practice great things that you would do, so that gets you to that level of excellence. In terms of leadership, leadership excellence includes things like giving up your own ideas so that something that's greater, something that may have more value than what you were thinking about, you give that an opportunity to come forward. It includes paying attention to everything around you, to every idea around you, to the best practices around you. It also includes taking good care of yourself from a development standpoint, so that if you know that there are certain aspects of your professional life that need to be fixed, so to speak, you attend to that. So it is again that whole idea of doing great things on an ongoing basis. Leadership excellence is also humble. Often we think that we know it all, and we don't. And somebody who may have less experience than us may be able to teach us something. So being open to develop oneself. As the French philosopher said, the only thing that I know is that I know nothing. I think that really helps you to be able to captivate the best around you, and you surround yourself, and before you know it, you are really on the march to excellence for years and years to come. Vice Chancellor Brown asked me also to address for you advice on how to move up through your career ladder, things that you need to do. Probably the first advice I would give is to not worry so much about moving up that you forget to do the things that you're supposed to do. Often we are so consumed about that we want to be at that next level. Everything that we do telegraphs to people that that's what we are doing. Really, to move up, the best way to move up is to do what you are doing at the highest level of it possible. And then because you do that at such a high level, it helps you to grow to that next level without any problem. There is somebody who wrote an article, and I think he probably wrote a book also that says, "Be a happy giver." What he explains is that a lot of times, in order for you to expand what you do, because you have a particular job and that's where you are, but to expand to what you do that can also help you with that moving up, is that you need to have experiences in certain areas. Around you, there will always be opportunities for you to volunteer for certain things, to take leadership in certain things. So to avail yourself to serve. Now, don't do it. I'm going to do this so that I make sure that I get the next job. If you do that, you're going to be so disappointed because people will see through that, and then you never get there. So it's really, you do it because it is the right thing to do. You want to be a servant around for the people around you, for the people who need you. For example, if you are a dean of liberal arts, as an example, and then the science dean happens to not be available, and for you to volunteer to help that particular division while the dean is not available, that gives you an opportunity to have experience there. But you do it because you need to support your colleague. And then people will see you as somebody who really want to support others. The other thing is that knowledge is extremely important. And you may want to review the 5 pillars of leadership that we talk about at Peralta. But knowledge is one of those competence. Being really competent in what you do is really is really good for you to move to the next one. It is a promotion, and moving up is not any different from going from one grade to another, whereby you really need to be seasoned in what they do in 3rd grade so that you can go to the 4th grade. So in terms of your competence, it is really to learn as much as you can about the area that you are in, as well as areas that are connected to it. So I think improving your knowledge is extremely important. It is also important to build positive relationships. We all need one another. Don't wait for you to be in front of your peers being interviewed and then to apologize for the bad things that you've done to them. Rather, you need to, on an ongoing basis, treat one another as well as you can be. I often share with my colleagues, and some of you listening here know this really well, that every day, think of it as if you are doing an interview, as if you are applying for the next job, because the people you interact with will most likely be part of the search committee. That's what we get our search committees from, your peers, if you're talking about Peralta. But if they are not on the search committee to hire you or not hire you because of what you've done or not done, chances are they're going to be your references. And a lot of times you don't have a choice in terms of who's your reference. You may give a list of references, but usually people who are checking references will look at others as well to be part of that. So really to move up is to do what you are doing at a very high level and to be very knowledgeable about the areas surrounding you and the people surrounding you. And we hope that you will continue to make Peralta your home, where you're going to continue to grow and be promoted and get the next opportunity and what have you. Thank you again, Vice Chancellor Brown, for giving me the opportunity to address our colleagues. And I want to make just one slight correction, that the presidents were the ones who really encouraged us to have this academy. So I want to thank my my CEO colleagues, presidential colleagues, for providing this, and for Vice Chancellor Brown to really follow through with it. And again, I hope that you have learned and you are learning a lot through this particular experience. Thank you.